Chapter 2, My Little Chili Babies. Second first breath.
Yes, I do enjoy fine art. Thank you for noticing. There's a certain raw beauty to it that modern painters often fail to create. I always wanted to be an artist myself, but it'll be a long time before I can call myself that. I often say that patients are my canvas, but my job is about restoration, obviously. I look at the damaged human beings and bring them back to their former beauty. I'm sorry, I'm probably boring you.
You're got
No,
complex does, yeah.
It's not that. It's just been a difficult couple of days. I'd really like to go home.
Of course, and go home you will. As soon as we've done this little assessment, okay, you probably know how it works. I've read in your file you used to be a nurse.
Yes, I know very well how it works. You have to check if I'm nuts.
Well, I wouldn't use that, obviously. But yes, you have to make sure you're safe and figure out how to help you. Also, as a nurse yourself, you know there's always paperwork involved. These forms won't fill themselves. Honestly, Susan, you have nothing to worry about. This is just a formality. I could tell a way that you are not nuts.
So creepy.
Fine, I'll answer all your questions. Then I'll go home, take a long shower, and catch up on sleep.
Wonderful. Let's see then. Where do we begin?
It's important to remember things
She's
about
awake,
the nurse too,
Doctor.
by the way. It's important.
Good evening. It's good to see you awake at last. You're in the Cedar Lake Hospital. My name's Andrew. I'm one of the doctors. Would you confirm your name for me, please?
Susan Ashworth.
Hello, Mrs. Ashworth. I'm glad you're all right. You're on the ward now. Your condition is... I can see your brain functions just fine, and there's no permanent damage of any sort. We've checked your internal organs, and they're fine. You're a very lucky lady, Susan. You might experience extreme tiredness and lethargy for a couple of days, but that should soon pass. I would have plenty of rest now. The nurses on this ward will take it from here. Please let them know if you need anything. Take care, Mrs. Ashworth. Please,
I think
don't
she
try
needs
to
a cigarette.
What did you say? Don't worry, Mrs. Ashworth. Your arm is fine. No, there was nothing wrong with your arm, darling. Now, down.
Would you like me to get you some water? A drink. I'll be back in a second.
Still on it. Nurses are... Not always, but, you know, they have a hard job.
I'm sorry, Susan. Did I wake you? I have to take your blood pressure. 2 seconds and I'm gone. My name is Liz, by the way. I'm sorry. This isn't very nice. Believe me, I hate waking people up just for this. But being a nuisance is part of my stupid job, unfortunately. Oof, I hate this place.
Sorry.
Tell you
Liz.
what, Susan. Susan. So anyway, I shouldn't say it, but you know I'm going to anyway. You are so lucky. It's crazy. You doing what you done, and her walking in, seeing what she saw. That was a chance. 1 in a million. I'm not making any sense, am I? I'm tired. Working us to death here, you know. Modern day slavery. One day I'll tell them what I really think. I swear I will. And here it is. You got the blood pressure of an 18-year-old. Just wanted to say you're lucky, I think. And that I hope You've changed your mind about some things. Oh, but I'll see you later. You take that, yeah? Bad dream?
Yeah, a really bad one.
I knew it. I could see as soon as I came in the room that you were having a nightmare.
Try to be as
I
honest as
guess
you
I
can
shouldn't
to
have
her.
woken you up.
Charlie's.
What was it about?
I was burnt alive.
Actually, it reminds me of something that happened the other day. There was this woman on the emergency unit, and she really wanted to smoke, you know? We let her, of course. She wasn't well at all, not just injured, but not right in the head. She was on 10 litres of oxygen through the face mask. She had to stay in bed, she was told. But she wouldn't listen, of course, and she lit up a fag. The whole room went up in flames, and so did she. I guess you didn't really want to know that, did you? It's just me and my big gob. Typical. I never know when to shut up.
What happened to me?
How much do you remember?
I took some pills, and I fell asleep in the chair. I remember how the room kept spinning around me slowly. I felt calm, and then all of a sudden, I was on a field of great at first. I felt happy. I was free, but it soon got worse. There was this tunnel, but there was no light at the end of it, only darkness. Then I got lost in the woods. There was my dead body hanged on the tree, a burning car, and a crow, and a deer. I heard something behind the trees, but I didn't dare to look. Then I found the house. The old woman who lived there, I think she was Death. Or maybe she was the devil. I'm not sure. She said they call her the Queen of Maggots. She said go back, gave me another chance. And so, here I am. Weird dream, eh?
Maybe it was a dream. I really believe in that sort of stuff. It's not impossible.
It felt real, but it was just a dream. Can you now tell me who found me and what happened?
Well, your body went into a coma. You were lucky she came home and found you. I told you that before.
What? Who found me?
Your daughter, of course. She called an ambulance. If it wasn't for her, you would sure be dead now, Susan.
My daughter?
Yes. Why? Why'd you look so pale all of a sudden, Susan?
I don't have a daughter. Whoever she is, she lied.
But why would you do that?
I know. I was in a coma, apparently.
So she lied. It doesn't change the fact that you owe her your life.
I was fine. I didn't ask for any help. Sorry. How long have I been here?
I was told you arrived at the hospital at 7 in the evening. Cardiac arrest in the ambulance. They had to resuscitate. Your heart stopped beating for nearly a minute. They managed to bring you back. You were in an intensive care unit where they gave you a dose of antidote and pumped your stomach. As the condition was stable, they brought you on this ward. It's called Dime Ward. I call it Die because all the patients who come here want to die. Suicide watch unit. That's why it's so strict. You have to be careful. Nurses here are trigger happy with the sedatives.
When will they let me go home?
I'm not sure. Probably not today. Maybe tomorrow. Look, I shouldn't say that, but you seem like a nice person. I feel like I should warn you. There's this doctor here. They call him Dr. X. He's a chief of psychiatry in this hospital. You won't be able to go home and he's talk to you, and he's really good at getting into your head. You know what he will ask you a lot of tricky questions. But he's a really great guy. You should trust him.
Did you see this daughter of mine?
No, sorry, Susan. Apparently, she came in the ambulance with you, but then she remembered something had to go. I think someone mentioned she went in quite a hurry.
Of course she did. She was worried I'd ask her what she was doing in my flat.
In your life?
Do I really have to give her a benefit of the doubt because of that?
Would assume so. That girl is a hero. Maybe real heroes always leave before their identity is revealed.
Or she was a burglar, attempting to steal from me.
That's a possibility too. Have you got anything very precious in your flat?
Maybe. Tell me something more about yourself.
Me?
This one's important.
I'm a nobody. I'm a hard-working girl. We all have to pay our bills, right? I rent a room not far from here. There are 2 other girls living in the house. One is an auxiliary nurse, like me, who is always sick. The other one is a stripper. At least I think so. She's never home at night.
Maybe she works at night, like you.
Yeah, but I don't leave for work wearing red stockings and heels.
No, you're right. You're a real nurse, not some man's fantasy of one.
I used to do all that for my boyfriend. You know, dress up as a sexy nurse and all. Well, I did it just once, really. He didn't like it that much. He didn't like me that much either. Broke up with me last Valentine's Day. Of all the days, he chose that one, eh? He never told me why, but I don't care anymore.
Tell me more about this Dr. X.
His name is Xavier Zelman, but everyone just calls him Dr. X. He comes on the ward often, usually in the afternoon or in the evening. I personally really like him. You hear all sorts of stories in a place like this, you know. I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is he's been very friendly and supportive. Some doctors won't even say I love you, but Dr. X usually stops and asks how I am. He knows I have some problems. He can see I'm not happy here. He actually offered me some free weekly sessions. I think I might take him up on his offer.
What are they saying about him?
Oh yeah, they say he's a big flirt. Nurses, cleaners, patients. He doesn't care, as long as they're wearing a skirt. One girl I knew, Linda, I heard they had an affair. Stupid girl. Well, she left, and I never saw her again. Now what do you think that is? Dr. X got her knocked up. They covered it up and quietly got rid of her. Probably paid her money. I don't know how these things work, but it must have been enough to shut her up. I bet he'll be more careful now. But I can't really say a bad word about him, personally.
Apart from that.
Well, one thing. Maybe. Don't laugh, okay? He's got a weird smell.
What do you mean?
He smells funny. No. Maybe it's just bad aftershave. Or maybe it's something he eats.
Oh, thanks for I'll try not to get too close to him.
Now that I think about it, there's something else too. I'll tell you this, Susan. He starts talking to you, and you just open up and tell him everything. It's very odd. I don't exactly hide things from people, but he got some really private stuff out of me. Really private. You know what I mean? Things I wouldn't tell my mother about. And we haven't even started those sessions yet. So, be prepared for that.
Sure,
Make
but
it very
it's a bit too
interesting.
late for me to hide how I feel now anyway. I think I made it very clear when I swallowed those pills.
Okay, now
I'm
bugger
tired.
off.
Let me sleep now.
Fine. I'll see you again.
Words every mother says all the
Be
time.
careful who you trust here, Susan. They will be watching you.
I know you're not one of them.
You don't.
Mm,
But do I really look like a bad person to you?
You look cute.
I don't know. Maybe not.
I'll see you tonight. Remember what I said. Dreams are just dreams. But when they turn into nightmares, it's good to have someone there to pinch your arm and wake you up. Right?
Maybe that's what I'm missing being single.
Start with a little chat about your childhood. I want you to be as honest as possible. It's important if we want to get to the bottom of your problem. Count to 10 and tell me when you're ready, Susan.
So obviously I know nothing about her childhood, so just make a decision.
This isn't all about whether you're nuts or not, like we said before.
do some nuts.
It's about seeing what has caused how you're feeling now and creating a working solution. In order to achieve that, you need to get to know you better. Talk about your childhood first. Your parents. When you're a child, your life revolves around them. What was your father like? Did you have a good relationship with him?
I was gonna talk about me.
I was brought up without a father.
I understand he wasn't there when you were growing up. Can you tell me why? What happened to him?
He... committed suicide. He'd been strange all week. Sometimes he wouldn't say a single word all day. Then he'd get very angry all of a sudden. Always about something silly that really mattered. I was 8. My 9th birthday was in a month. We had a gun in the house. A rifle. It was in a box on top of the wardrobe, so I didn't read it. I wasn't even supposed to know about it, but I did. I woke up one night when I heard some strange noises. I sneaked up to the living room, the rifle box. I followed him as he went downstairs to the cellar.
Just making it clear that wasn't about me.
I will always remember the sound that gun made, and the sound of my father's brain splattered all over the cellar wall.
Tragic event indeed, for a child to witness. About your mother now. What was she like? Would you care to tell me about her?
Okay, I'm not answering for myself anymore. It's too much for her.
She never cared about me. All that mattered to her was the booze, never me. What I remember clearly from my early years is the image of her, sitting though. She'd stare at it for hours, smoking. I find it hard to blame her. She couldn't cope with my father's suicide. Saw his brains on the wall too, after all. And now, years after that, seems I've taken the same path. Not with the alcohol, maybe, but everything else is just the same. It feels like nothing matters anymore. It feels like I lost something and I will never get it back.
Okay, I'm beginning to get a better picture. That's enough about your parents for now. Let's take 2 minutes and we will talk about something else.
Okay.
I need to get out of this place. I hate hospitals. Besides, I really want to go home and forget all about this.
Now, depending on what you end in the first one, that doesn't actually change the story. There are some things that you do that will change the ending. There are saying there's 3, if I remember correctly. And it gives you visuals depending on what you so, you know, if you want to say before chapter 2 go through and find them all, fair enough. They're pretty interesting. Okay. Take a look. Just getting nut bags. All of them. I'll sneeze.
Hello?
So,
I guess I should wait my turn.
yeah, exactly. If you know the door's locked, why you say hello? Hello. It's empty, mamas. Hello. Dad? No, okay. Whatever you want.
I've got enough gloves in my pocket. There's no need to take more.
Burden. I need to remember that in my records. Hey, nursey lady. What's cracking?
I'd like to go home now.
Well, so would I. But there are procedures and a system in place. So,
What?
look, I'm very busy at the moment.
Oh my god.
I'll come and talk to you in a minute, alright?
Seems to be busy lady.
Can I make a phone call, please?
Oh, yes, of course. But the phone's being used at the moment. Can you please come back in 5 minutes? Thanks.
Oh, that.
Please do not touch these. They are all confidential documents.
Yeah? Well, maybe you shouldn't
I was
leave
about to
them
say
out on the
that.
desk for everyone to see.
If you are looking for something to read, we have some magazines for patients here.
Thanks. But I think I'll pass.
Whatever, lady. Leave them out.
Please do not touch these. They are all confidential documents.
I was only trying to tidy up.
I'm sorry, are you one of the housekeepers? Why did you dress up as a patient?
I just can't stand mess, that's all. You need to be sarcastic.
Who's being sarcastic?
Suck.
Excuse me, where's the exit?
It's just down the corridor, ma'am.
Thanks. I'll be on my way then.
Can I see the discharge list?
A discharge letter? What for?
Some of our patients are under observation and aren't allowed out of the ward. For their own safety, of course.
It sounds like we're prisoners here.
It's for the patient's safety. If you haven't been discharged by the doctors, I'm afraid I can't let you through. May I ask what your name is?
Just let me go, arsehole.
There's no need for that attitude. We're just doing our job here.
Is that your excuse for being a brainless, fascist son of a bitch? You're taking away my freedom. Are you going to hit me next?
These precautions are for your own safety, Mum. Now, if you'll excuse us, we've got a job to do.
Yeah, standing on the corner, looking stupid. Don't get you tired, will you? Bastards.
Mad angry. Sorry. Goodness gracious. Oh, the toilet's free. Girl who looks exactly like me. Go to my room, love.
Hi, are you alright? Can we talk for a minute?
I can't talk. Please, leave me alone.
Oh, I mean no harm. I'm trapped here, just like you.
Trapped? I don't know. It's just so hard to think without it. But you're a stranger. And you're not one of those lovely nurses either. They look after me so well. I trust the nurses like I trusted my mother.
I just want to talk. I need your help.
Unless it's Mother who sent you. Was it her? Please tell me it was her.
Yeah. I'm
No.
a good friend of your mother.
I missed her so much. I can't remember you very well. But you should know this. If you really are a friend, you'll know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
Yeah,
No,
sure I do.
sucks with Mum.
Now, let me ask.
Is it?
Oh, well,
What is my mother's name?
Angora.
Elizabeth.
No, you're wrong. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
Alright. Awesome. Okay. Messages in the mirror. That's cool. Oh. Il.
Someone is coming.
I'd assume so. Hospital. Psychiatric ward. Suicide
Have you
watch.
been? Is there an emergency?
I'm feeling a bit woozy.
Are you really? You look fine to me.
No, I'm really not feeling well.
Fine, I'll call the doctor for you. But I can't help it if he's busy and can't get here straight away. In the meantime, I know how to make you feel better. I think it's time we give you patient. Can you please tell me your name and your birth?
Susan Ashworth, 24th of May, 1970.
I'm just going to check your name band now to confirm that. That's fine. That's fine. I'd like you to drink this liquid, please. It will help you relax. It will help you relax.
Take him. It doesn't matter if you refuse or take
That's
him.
a good girl. Now, drink it. You'll feel much better. Go back to your room and rest.
I don't.
You'll be able to relax and have a great sleep.
No, you'll hallucinate either way. So, Sheila. Sorry. Oh, so pretty, dear. Oh. I don't think I was meant to do that.
The drugs have worn off and I feel better now. But I can't let them do that to me again. I need to get out of here.
If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second. Sheila.
Yes, it was my mother who sent you after all. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. But my head's all messed up.
So, let's have a little chat, sweetheart. Know how to get out of here.
You're not supposed to get out. We must stay here. Do what they say. Take pills they give us. Sometimes, if I behave, they give me the red stuff. I wait for it. I'm being good.
What is this red stuff?
It's a drug. My favourite one. Red stuff takes the away. I must stay here. Good nurses have been most kind. They always remember. They know I'm suffering. But it is not the same as the drugs I see in my dreams. On the other side of the mirror, there's a spider's full of drugs. I just can't seem to find it anymore.
I see. Feel like sharing? What's your name?
There is nothing to share. Everyone died. Everyone. And my treat, my red stuff, it's not the same. I keep lying to myself. I'm a mean little... always have been. This vein, you see, it goes straight to my heart. That's why it hurts so much. I wish I could, just one more time. But it's all lost now. Everything. I was always happy to settle for a consolation prize, you know?
How about we swap our name back?
Oh yeah, I don't mind. But that would be a favour to you, yeah?
Well, technically you wouldn't lose anything, because I'd give you my name band instead. Does that make any sense?
Sure, yeah. I do want something better in return though. Stupid. I know you'll use it to get out of here.
Oh, I know you did. I just want to go home. Please understand.
That's fine, mind. I'll give it to you if you get me the red stuff. Wait.
I thought nurses give it to you anyway.
No, not that. I'm talking about the real thing. Something you can only get in the world of dreams. Now that is something special.
Is it safe?
It's perfectly safe.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. What exactly is this treat you mentioned?
It's the red teardrop of pure happiness. They bring it. I drink it down. And my pain goes away. Without it, I feel so angry. It's like I'm going crazy. It's fun, but I just get so fucking angry sometimes. I'm dying. We're all dying, I heard. He said I'd go to hell for it, but I didn't do anything. I didn't know. Does he know?
Who?
Him!
Wait. Okay. No, probably not.
I need the red medicine. I need it now. I must be a good girl. I must be a nice girl.
Maybe I could get you some of that stuff. Do you know where they keep it?
Oh, they have it hidden well. You can't get there. Or maybe you can. I see it in my dreams sometimes. Nurses are. But in my dream, there are no nurses there. I see it, but I can't get it. It's so near, and yet so far. Still hear the broken heart of the spider's heart.
I'll talk to you later, yeah?
Yes, go. Be careful. They're watching us. And remember, we must be nice and the red stuff. Always be nice.
Poor
Do this again. So I'm sure we missed something in that weird loose in the world, and she probably can use a little bit more medication.
Someone is coming.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
I'm feeling a bit woozy.
Are you really? Fine. Me.
No, I'm really not feeling well.
Fine, I'll call the doctor for you. But I can't help it if he's busy and can't get here straight away. In the meantime, I know how to make you feel better. I think it's time we give you some medication. Can you please tell me your name and date of birth?
Susan Ashworth, 24th of 1970.
I'm just
Sounds
going
like
to check
that
your
is.
name and now to confirm that. That's fine. That's fine. I'd like it liquid, please. It will help you relax. Help you relax.
Yes, said.
Good girl. Now, drink it down. You'll feel much better.
Thanks, love.
Now, go back to your room and rest. You'll be able to relax and have a great sleep.
The eye's gone. Okay. Hello, gross. Stuff, baby. Alright. Badge. No wristband. Lovely. Let's see a user hidden message. Blocked user. Alright. Sorry if anyone's trying to message.
The drugs have
Trainers.
worn off and I feel better now. But I can't let them do that to me again. I need to get out of here.
Hey, baby.
I've found the thing you asked me for, but are you absolutely certain it won't harm you?
Don't be silly. Of course it won't.
Fine. I hope you know what you're doing. Can I have your name band now, please?
No matter what they say, I do keep my promises.
What day? You know what? It doesn't matter. Thank you for your help.
Toilet. We meet again. No, huh? Get the heck out of
Someone
Dodger.
is coming.
Have you rang the bell? Is it emergency?
The toilet's blocked.
Ah, well, that's hardly an emergency.
It is when you need to use it urgently, like I do.
I see. Fine, I'll sort it out. Just give me a minute.
Charm, actually, friend.
Ah, it's the gloves. Again! I guess I'll have to get my hands to cleaners called in sick.
Wrote down that. I thought maybe we might just swap them or something. Yoink. That's okay. Fifteenth of the 1975.
Sorry, Mum, can't see a discharge.
Here.
Yes, that seems fine. Can I just check your name band to confirm that you...
All right. I didn't realize you knew how to read. There you go. Can I go?
Of course. Thank you, Mum. We'll see you soon.
No, you won't. Now get out of my way.
Fair enough. Get the heck out of Dodger. Shut story.
And you must be Susan Ashworth.
Well, perhaps
Do you mind if I ask you where you're heading to?
I was just going for a little walk. Stretch my legs. Get some fresh air. Give it a rest. I'm not going anywhere.
Miss Ashworth, please relax. There's been a mistake. You have been I
No
apologize sincerely on behalf of my team and the hospital, but luckily we managed to spot it on time.
On time. You have no I've been through.
Once again, I'm truly sorry. I promise no more drugs will be given to you. I personally guarantee you will have a good full sleep tonight, and you can be discharged in the morning.
Why can't I tonight? I want to go now.
I'm really sorry, but we can't legally discharge suicidal patients without full psychiatric assessment. It's too late for it now, but I promise we'll chat in my office first thing in the morning, okay? And then you can go home. Is that all right?
I haven't really got much choice, have I?
Now I'd like to ask you some questions about your life. You find them very personal, but it's important that you answer me as honestly as possible.
I'll let you
Fine.
answer.
Let's get it
Answer what
over
you
with
like.
then, shall we? I'd like to go home at last.
Of course, I understand. So, Susan, let's see. Are you living alone at the moment?
I live on my own, and it suits me just fine. I don't need anyone. People mostly bore me. Sometimes they annoy me or upset me. I'm happy how things are at the moment. I have my little base, and it's my own. It's private. I'd like to keep it that way.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a waitress. I work in a cafe.
You do? Do you like it?
It's okay. I don't mind it. It's just a job.
It's important to keep busy. Advise you get back to work as soon as next week.
I will.
Describe to me what mornings look like. What is the first thing you do each day?
I drink strong coffee and smoke on the balcony. I know it's not a great start for me, but it's one of my little pleasures in life that I find very hard to say no to.
Would you say safer at home than outside?
Yeah, I suppose. It's not really about safety. I've just felt sad for a long time now. Really sad, you know? Somehow it brings me down even more when I go out and see all those successful people. It makes me feel more like a failure. If I don't see it, it doesn't hurt that much.
What do you think is missing in your life? Or rather, what is one thing you think would make your life better?
Something to fight for, you know? A reason to go on.
There's always a reason to live. Sometimes we just don't see it that clearly.
Well, Doctor, I must have gone all blind then, because I can't see any.
Have you ever attended therapy for depression or some other form of counseling?
Yes, it didn't help much, as you can see.
Something to think about. I can see you're really willing to open up and talk about your issues. That's a positive sign.
I haven't really talked about my feelings for a long time.
You're doing very well so far. Do you have problems sleeping?
Every night. I take pills for that. There aren't any left now, though.
In the light of recent events, I think you should stay off those pills for a while. I suggest you drink some hot milk before bed instead. Would you describe for me how you feel at the moment?
Definitely better than before the accident.
Good. Hopefully you can now move on from here. With a bit of luck you will enjoy life again. Suicide attempts often have that effect on people. Same as near-death experience. It makes you realize that you're not ready to die yet. Do you find it hard to concentrate?
Yes, sometimes.
Do you drink alcohol, Susan?
Only sometimes.
I'd suggest you don't consume any alcohol at all for a while. Does that sound like something you can do?
Yeah, sure. I'm not a big drinker anyway.
Sometimes when life gets too much and people feel sad or upset, they think about suicide. Do you often think about suicide?
Well, I used to think about it sometimes. Don't you think about it when you're really down?
Susan, I'm a psychiatrist. My job is to talk people out of it. Would you ask a fireman if he ever thinks about setting fire to his house?
I suppose not. But I'm sure lots of people have times when they do think about it.
I couldn't say, Susan. The statistics show that men are 3 times more likely than women to commit suicide. That puts you in the minority. But of course, that's missing the point. Suicide is never the solution. There's always a way of solving whatever problem you might have.
I realize that now.
Please, in your own words, try to explain to me, why did you really try to take your own life, Susan?
Nothing was making me happy anymore. There wasn't a single thing that would bring a smile to my face. I kept thinking, won't it be better if I just disappear? I really tried to find something. Took a long bath, picked up a book, watched some television, but I just couldn't get into anything. All those things seemed like worthless distractions, and I myself felt obsolete, needless. It just would get worse and worse. By the afternoon, I realized I cried for the past 3 hours. I didn't even know I'd been crying until I went to the bathroom and saw my face in the mirror. I looked like a ghost. I looked like I was dead already, you know? And then I saw the sleeping pills. I thought, why not? And I did it.
Do you feel as if you're a burden, or that life isn't worth living?
Not anymore. It's strange. But I feel lighter. I feel stronger. Besides, I live alone. Who could I be a burden to?
What makes you feel better?
My cats. I always put out a bowl of food for the stray cats. They're ever so grateful. I like their company.
What makes you feel worse?
Noise. Too much noise really upsets me. I can hear everything through the thin walls of my flat. I have this neighbour. He often parties late into the night. It drives me crazy.
Have you imagined your funeral and how people will react to your death?
Probably nobody would come anyway. Can you imagine it? Now that's a sad picture. Loved by no one. Missed only by some cats. No tears shed for me. No flowers on my grave. But that's okay. I never liked flowers. I wouldn't miss that.
Finally, I'd like you to tell me about Eric.
Eric?
Yes, your husband. I believe this might be important. What can you tell me about your relationship? What had happened between you two?
This has nothing to do with him. Can I go home now, please?
Fine. I suppose you've opened enough for one day. Okay, one more question. This is just a formality, but I have to ask. Are you going to do it again?
That's a hard one. I don't know. But hey, I've got it. The answer is no, I'm not. Thank you very much.
Excellent. We are nearly done here. There's just one more thing I must clear with you. What exactly happened last night?
Well, after I'd met you outside the ward yesterday, I went back to my room and fell asleep. I slept really well, considering what happened earlier. But then someone woke me up. It was the same nurse who was so friendly with me the first night. She said we needed to talk.
We must go, Susan. You are not safe here.
But
Please, you must follow me. Quickly.
I went after her. The ward seemed very quiet. It must have been late at night.
Hurry!
Wait for me. Tell me what's going on here. The security guys were gone. She pointed at the corridor and said,
You go first. I'll explain everything in a minute. Susan, if we don't escape now, they're going to hurt you. Please trust me. I know a way out of here. I'll help you escape. Let's go down this corridor. I'll be right behind you.
I think I can hear someone coming.
Damn it! We can't go through there. Let's turn back, Susan. I know another way. Turn left here. We can use the maintenance lift to get us out of this place.
Okie dokie. There I am. Now I think this is what we need, the information. God, I wish I could read my own writing. Okay. Where am I? There I am.
What are we doing on the roof? Liz! What the hell are you doing? And why is there blood on your clothes? Liz!
It's quicker than the stairs. And besides, all the doors are locked anyway. This is the only way out of here. The only escape. Let's both jump. It won't hurt, you'll see.
This is a bad idea. Come down and we'll talk.
I've made up my mind. I need to end this suffering now. Besides, I have no one to live for anyway. No one ever listened to me. No one ever cared.
I listened. You're a nice
Okay.
girl. You have your whole life ahead of you.
You listened. Did you really?
Of course I did. You talk a lot, but I've always been a good listener. I liked talking to you.
So do you remember that story then? The one I told you the other night? The one about the woman in A&E?
Yes.
Yeah, she smoked a cigarette and burned in bed.
Okay. You have listened. Maybe you're right. Or maybe it was just a blind guess. But I must jump anyway. I have no choice.
Wait! Please stop and think for a second.
Did you not hear what I said? I have no choice.
Yes, you do! You can choose to come back inside with me, and we'll just forget this like it never happened, okay?
Do you remember that other thing I told you? I'm sure I told you about my flatmates. Did I tell you what one of them does for a living? I bet you don't remember that.
She's a stripper.
Yes. Or at least that's what I think she is. You've listened. I just wish other people did.
I'm sure they do. It can't be that bad.
What do you know? Why do you care anyway?
I don't want you to make the same mistake I did.
I thought you of all people knew how it feels. When you're trapped, and you can't trust anyone.
Look, I'm sure there must be someone who cares about you.
My colleagues don't care, my family don't care, even my fucking boyfriend never cared. He said he needed to go find himself. Did I tell you when he broke up with me?
On Valentine's Day.
Yes. Valentine's Day. You and I could have been good friends, you know. You really listened to everything I said after all. I'll be back. When you need help, I'll be there, Susan. But right now, it's time for me to let go.
No! After that, I went back. I tried telling people about Liz, but they all thought I was crazy again and didn't believe me.
And you are absolutely sure you saw Liz jump off this building?
You know, it doesn't matter. I just want to finish this and get some fresh air.
Susan, I know Liz well. She wouldn't do something like that. As a matter of fact, I saw her this morning. She's fine. I'd like you to come with me and see her. Say hi. Make sure she's alright.
Stop treating me like I'm crazy. Fine, I'll go. I don't even care that much anyway. The door is locked?
plan ahead, Susan. I had a feeling in my gut, and my gut's never wrong. I feel like I really got to know you, though. I'm very sorry you've had such a difficult life. I like your green eyes and your sleek cheekbones. You're a clever girl, Susan, but the sadness has poisoned you for too long. There is no coming back from it. For what it's worth, I would have let you go if it wasn't for Liz.
Guys, I'm going to save it here. Save by pressing escape, and we will continue chapter 2, part 2 later on.